You know, Balenciaga was really the couturier's couturier. Chanel, who was very grudging in her praise for anyone apart from herself, acknowledged that he was the only real couturier. The others are mainly draftsmen, she said. Christian Dior called him the master of us all. Everyone admired him as the great defining arbiter of extreme elegance and sort of untouchable high style in his period. Oscar de la Renta spoke to me about the idea of creating a small show on the idea of Balenciaga and Spain and the impact of Spanish culture on Balenciaga's work. My idea was to break it into 6 fundamental categories. So you'd have the perhaps more obvious tropes like flamenco and Andalusian dance and the costuming of the bullfight. I could see that there were so many parallels with Spanish regional dress on Balenciaga's work, so that was going to be another category. And there was a very, very strong influence of Spanish Catholicism and the incredible robes that were created for these devotional Madonna figures. And we're lucky enough to have an early 19th century example from the Hispanic Society with her sort of incredible embroidered robes and things. And then, obviously, Spanish art. So as he developed and refined his ideas, and his work actually became much more experimental and extreme towards the end of his career in the 60s. And also looking at the dress and armour of Spain's monarchs, really in the sort of golden age of the 16th and 17th century in Spain. You know, he was applauded by the press throughout his career, and the proof is sort of in the pudding because he really dressed every great style-making woman of the 20th century, from the Duchess of Windsor to Pauline de Rothschild and Diana Vreeland. You know, the list goes on and on and on. And we're lucky enough to have a number of pieces in the show that belong to those iconic ladies. I'm very excited to have one of the Infanta dresses from 1939. It's in off-white satin trimmed with black velvet volutes, and that's from the Balenciaga archive, and it really shows his sort of looking at iconic Spanish images and translating them into wearable contemporary fashion in a very dramatic and exciting way. And then I was very excited to get, from 1967, so a year before he retired, this amazing wedding dress, still in the collection of the woman who ordered it and wore it for her wedding. And that's wonderful because it's just this, again, it's very, very abstract. It's sort of nun-like, has a kind of wimple headdress. If you look at it, the seaming is so beautiful. It's all just done with kind of diagonal seams, and it's just such an intelligent and thoughtful use of fabric, and it's a very, very dramatic, sculptural piece. I think people are going to come and just be dazzled by some really spectacularly beautiful clothes.